Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tony's Supermarket. Today, Frédéric Chopin, the Prelude number 4, the Largo. We see that we have an alla breve bar type. It means that we count on 2 here, and we see also these 2 groups of 4/8 notes. So that we always have to think of. That is not too slow, so it needs a certain speed, although it's Largo, but we count half notes. So, and then the main problem here I see when I have to practice this piece is that it sounds linear in the left hand. So when I play all these chords, I have to find a way that it does not sound one, then it's really important to see that we have groups of 4 for me. And then I think let's make the first trial here. I play a little accent on every group here at the beginning. So I have okay. Now we can hear a structure, but it sounds a little bit too much like a piano teacher. Oh, sorry. But I think the most important thing is when we have such accompaniments. The same thing here when we look at this piece by Edward Grieg from Holberg's Times. We have also here 8 notes that continue in the left hand all the time, and sometimes also in the right hand. It's the same thing here. And we have to think some kind of movement. So when I think here a line like that, that goes on and on and on and on and has no corners. Okay, then it's maybe easier. We have such emotion. Wow, bum, 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 bum. It's rolling. And when I hear in my mind exactly what comes next, I can prepare the change to the next chord a little bit by making a tiny amount of crescendo, just pushing into the next chord. Also here, every time there is a change in the chord, I would push it a little bit into the next chord. I try to play it, and hopefully you will see what I mean. So I start here, I'm on my way. Here. In other words, we can say we can make the last 2 8th notes here, or the last 8th note, really as an upbeat to present something new. So we come here, we have, now I have the last 8th note. Here it's faster, it's always like presenting something. Here I have something in my hand and I will show it you, like a gift that I give to someone. So 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. Then we also have a line, because it always continues when we make these upbeats, that we think in upbeats. And so we can go through the whole piece like that, and we have every time a new color, every time it's a surprise. So we play here. It's like the same picture as I have already mentioned in the Ständchen by Franz Schubert. We come around the corner and see something completely new. That's always great to have in mind. That for me it's a wonderful picture to have, so that we can have different colors. And then in the beginning you see here this upbeat. And to play this octave very beautifully, I would think of a portamento. That means maybe you, I will give you a picture, maybe you know these candies that are built like a recorder, and you have this little stick to pull and push, and then we can start here on the lower, and we whistle into this recorder, we blow into this recorder, and for practicing that you can start here on the first note. Do not play this upbeat here, these two notes, just start here, and that's the goal. How do you want to sound this first note here? There is written espressivo and piano, and espressivo means always that you have to make it a little bit stronger than piano. It has to be very expressive. That means that it has some power, some emotional power in it. Once again. And it also shouldn't be too soft because it dies away quickly. And then this C sounds like an accent, and we try to avoid that as good as possible. So you can nearly start mezzo piano, and let's see. And now I will add this. See, the whole thing is an upbeat, da di dim, to this B here. But this little B is also like a second upbeat, a hidden upbeat here, to this beat, da di dim. And imagine really like a glissando upwards. That's maybe too loud. And this da di is like presenting da di di. And so on. And another idea for the left hand is that you think that we have an orchestra that plays a whole note throughout, only this string sound, like an endless pillow here. So we play only this one, this one, this one, because there is a change also here, 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 and here. And over this sound of the strings, there is a second layer, the piano. Imagine there is the orchestral sound. And this rolling motion. The strings that they with the bow they go upwards. Whim, 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 whim. And your wrist should be really relaxed. And I would not make too much much movement with the wrist, then we have unwanted accents. We have to support with our arm, with our forearm here. And we have to stabilize a little bit here in the wrist so that it does not break, does not collapse. And also, if you have to play the thumb, do not move in like that, so that we do not let the bow go in as far as needed. So you can play the thumb here on the edge of the key. And here we have to move in because we use our pinky on the F sharp. And also here, of course, when the thumb goes on the black key, we move in. Like a drawer that we put in and out. Really move in, and that from the elbow, from here. And you can always imagine while playing that in your elbow there is an eye that is observing exactly what you are doing. And it supports always the hands, that the hand is in the right position and so on. You see, in this speed, the B has nearly disappeared. So I think it can be a little bit louder. We make this, we think that we also can, next to the portamento, make a crescendo, like a violin player. It's too much. No, that's too soft. No. No. That's the way I practice. I have to find somehow the quality of the sound I need. It can be done with one approach. So you can also try to make it with two hands. And then imitate it with one hand. Finally we go downwards in the melody here. When we have arrived here, these accents here, they are not really accents that are loud. It's more, for me, it's a time thing, a time accent. So for instance, when I play one bar before this solo here, I start here on the F sharp. Then, in the second part, these bars are the most difficult for the left hand to find directly this chord. So, and I would suggest that we start here. There is a short video on my YouTube channel where I show how to practice that. Let's start here on this chord here, before we come to this E minor chord. So you have to practice this like it was a beginning. Once again, till you really feel confident. So you should have the same feeling as here when you start here. think that's the beginning, then it's easy because everyone can always play the beginning, right? So let's add another chord here. The next, well, let's go backwards here. So we have this chord, and then and the best thing is when you are here that you already see what comes next. So you have to go directly to that chord. You see in your inner eye how the next chord looks on the piano. And when you see that your fingers are guessing and searching and then finding the chord, practice it very slowly so that it really goes from this position to this position directly. So, but start here and gradually go back and add in chord after chord. Also here, when we are in this bar where we have the right hand is more difficult and the left hand is also more difficult, and then we should go ahead. Hurry up a little bit. Stretto means hurry up a little bit. Go on. Play it, man. Like that. Okay. Also start here. The fingering here. Go in. Go to the left. You can use number 4 here, or number 5, or number 3, and then 4, and then 5. So in the end you have to practice every chord to the next. From this one to this one, this one to this one, downwards here, and back to this one, and this one. You can also play only one chord here, for practicing, of course. But the most important thing is to show every detail, everything that changes in the chord in the left hand, and then this rolling motion, and then a second layer is important for me always. It's not only piano up and down here, it's always an orchestra. And over this string sound, it vibrates in 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. And we go downwards. for such endings, ladies and gentlemen, do not simply make too long notes. First, that's one thing, da, da, dum, one thing, but keep in mind that we have these vibrating eighth notes that go on and on. So it does not suddenly stop here. Finito. No, it goes 1, 2, ding, dum, bum, bum. The rest with the fermata, and then breathe in. Then you can make a beautiful ritardanda, a natural ritardanda, while you keep on counting these eighth notes. No, not count eighth notes. Think of these vibrating eight notes that go on all the time. So I hope you can choose something from this tutorial, and thanks very much that you are here, and I see you in the next video.